babes, welcome back. Now this video is very different for me. This is my very first time creating a crochet Yankee twist wig. So of course, when Crochet Braids Plus reached out to me, I was super excited because it was a very new technique that I had never heard of. Of course, this is actually a Black owned company, so y'all know we gotta support. I actually got the inspiration to create a crochet wig from Miss Mary Kay Bella. If y'all don't know her on YouTube, she is one of those OG YouTubers that's always coming out with new and innovative styles. She even inspired me to do the invisible or the illusion crochet braids that you guys always see me do now to this day. Okay, so that inspiration stemmed there, and of course I added my own little twist. So in this case, you guys, today is no different. I'm going to show you start to finish how to create the wig, how to shape it, and get it to look the way that I personally find to be most flattering for me. Now I will say that I did get the longer version, so obviously if you guys are going for more of this shape, I would definitely recommend doing maybe the 16-inch instead of the longer length that I did, just so that you don't have to cut off as much hair as I did as well. But I do have quite a bit of like that other half of the hair sitting right here beside me, so I definitely intend on using that in the future for other types of styles. You guys, crochet is something that is very easy to do. It is beginner friendly. If you guys don't know if you want to commit to this style, but you're like, I'm gonna spend the money on the hair, creating a wig to me is just genius, because as soon as I got it, I was like, these strands are so tiny. They are hand tied. I just cannot imagine me being on top of my head doing that. I know I may look strong, okay? But this literally took about an hour and a half to fully fill up the crochet net. And so y'all, let's get into it, okay? Now first things first, when I take a look at the hair, instantly I'm like, y'all, these curls are beautiful. The hair is super soft, lightweight, bouncy, and it definitely gave me like the mindset of like some kinky, curly, you know, textured hair that usually I would review in like a wig or bundles. In this case, of course, it is crochet, so each piece does come individually kind of designed. And here's a quick look at the caps. Now, I noticed that there was something called a premium cap and also a micro cap. Didn't really know the difference, so I bought both in my beauty supply store. I don't know if this will be available everywhere, so I will double check on Amazon to post a direct link to purchase the cap from my Amazon store, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys, along with a crochet hook and any other tools that you guys might need. I opted in for using the premium one because the holes were a lot bigger, and I noticed that the holes got smaller towards like the front area of the cap. So for me, that was ideal because I knew that I was really gonna like be bunching together a lot of the strands and creating the illusion that this is growing from my scalp, okay? You guys can totally do what you feel. I did end up getting 6 packs of hair, or individual strands bundled together, just 6 of those individually. Now, to me, I could have totally stuffed maybe even like another bundle in here. And so, yeah, I would definitely say one kit should definitely get you a full head, especially if you want this to be a little bit more on the natural side. Had I not spaced the hair in the way that I did, it would have definitely looked a little bit different. So overall, I am actually happy with the way that everything turned out. I do actually have my mannequin head. All that I did here was apply the cap. I pinned it down in different little spots just to make sure it wouldn't move. And then I started the crochet process. So I knew right away I was gonna be using a few strands at a time, but I didn't want to use too many. So I did actually go in with 2 strands per hole. So if you guys are not familiar with the crochet process, I will go ahead and just like allow this to play so that you guys can really just see the progression of the style and how I kind of build it up. I made sure that I was moving evenly across the mannequin head because I didn't want to have too many spots that were like fuller than other spots. So I really wanted to make sure that it was consistent throughout, because remember, we are mimicking natural hair. Now I will say, of course, the density is totally up to you, but in my case, I wanted something that was really gonna mimic the natural hair girl. So I did my Pinterest research and I found the perfect shape for this curly cut that I knew I was gonna be doing eventually. So I wanted a little bang. I was thinking of a style that was really gonna give me something that I could just throw on and go. So y'all know I am the queen of protective styles, so any chance that I get to kind of tuck my natural hair away to allow it to flourish, grow, be hydrated, all of that, I'm gonna take anybody up on that opportunity. So today was no different. Definitely, I recommend that if you guys are gonna be doing this, really think about like the styles that you might want to wear. If you guys have not already seen, I do actually have a video showing you how to do like these rubber band, you know, like some twists and stuff like that in the front, bantu knots, all of the things, so you can really style up the front half of your hair. And you could totally leave this hair in the longer length, and you can still create this on a cap and apply that to the back of your head. So I was kind of undecided on if I really wanted to do a style like that. I do have a vacation coming up, and I was like, will I really wear this? Although I've been told that you can actually get in the water, you can wash this, allow it to air dry, I still wasn't completely committed to it, but I knew I wanted to hold on to the hair. So that's ultimately why I opted in for a wig, which obviously, y'all, I will have this baby forever at this point. I'll literally just be taking it off, putting it back on, and it will get frizzier over time, which is just really, really gonna help with making it look even more natural. So I appreciate that. And the thickness of this, y'all, when I tell you the texture, it definitely mimics like natural hair. So I'm very curious to know the exact type of hair that she used. She does actually have a ton of different colors. If you guys are looking for like some ombre, I would actually opt in to maybe order 2 packs, right? So you could even do like one color pack, so maybe like a jet black, and then you could even add in maybe another ombre pack, totally up to you. That way, whenever you're feeling spicy, you can add in some like little blonde pieces, some reddish pieces, whatever your heart desires, y'all. I'm always looking for a way to kind of switch it up. And I definitely think this is a time saver, because had I done this on my natural hair, not only would I have to spend the time to really come up with a braid pattern that was gonna last, but I was also going to be tired, okay, of really just feeding each little strand into my braids. So I just think that this way was a lot more intelligent. Y'all know I am always inspired by other YouTubers, so I try my best to give everybody credit when it is due, okay? And Mary Kay Bella has definitely been on that top 10 for quite some time. I absolutely love her work. If y'all have not already checked out her channel, please do, and let her know that Forever Chrissy sent you, okay? If y'all think that you have gotten inspiration here, she comes up with even more styles for you guys. So check that out. In the meantime, you can also just type in the search bar on YouTube, Yanky Twist Crochet Braid. And y'all, so many other great YouTubers are gonna pop up so that you can kind of get some style inspiration, because obviously I don't know everything, right? I'm just here to be your muse, test out some things so that you don't have to, okay? Take and pull whatever it is that you feel you want from this. Like I said, you could totally do like a flip over if you wanted to. You could absolutely do some styles in the front, let it be curly in the back. You could do curly, literally, there's so many styles, okay? I went down the Pinterest rabbit hole, okay? I typed in like curly hairstyles so that I can get even more inspiration. So when I decided to reinstall this, I think I'll end up like doing, I saw something where like a girl had her twist going along the side of her head and then the rest was kind of curled. Y'all, because this cap is so flexible, I'll literally be able to take a bobby pin, swoop that baby up, and pin it in the exact spots that I want. So this is genius. I don't actually have any combs, any clips. None of that is needed because the cap is more of a spandex kind of texture. So it really, really fits snug around my entire hairline. It fits comfy, not too tight, not too small. So don't worry. Y'all be like, girl, I got a big head. Girl, no, you don't. Okay, a little stretch is going to go a long way. Just make sure that your braids are really nice and snug underneath. So as you guys can see, once I was kind of getting closer to the top, I really wanted to switch up the way that I was doing this. So as opposed to me installing this using 2 strands per hole or per loop, I decided that I was going to migrate to just using 1 strand, not only to spread the hair, but because I knew I didn't want the bang area to be overly full. Because had I done that, y'all, this would have just been a straight up afro, okay? It would have been so thick that I would not have known what to do with it. So keep that in mind. Placement is everything. Try your best not to put too much hair in one spot. I made it a habit in the beginning to start going around the entire perimeter with those double strands. And then of course I jumped up probably about a 1/2 inch and started to space them about a 1/2 inch away from each other before deciding to fill it in. That is going to be the best bet. Of course, practice makes perfect. If for any reason you get to the point and you're like, girl, I done ran out of hair. I promise you, you could remove some of the hair from about that mid section, not directly at the bottom, but just a little bit below that, and fill in the top. I promise you, you won't have to go out and buy another strand unless you just want this baby to be super packed. Hey, do what you feel, okay? If that is you, definitely get 2 kits, but in my case, less is more, okay? So once I got everything pretty much closed in, I was nervous because it ended up being a lot fuller than what I imagined. So I was like, you know, I probably should have actually done a little twisted in the front, curly in the back, because this would have been beautiful. But that's okay, all right? Don't fret. What I decided to do, of course, taking a look at the curls, y'all can see how juicy they are. They look very soft. I'm not sure if you can apply mousse. I wouldn't even want to. So as y'all can see, each individual strand really mimics natural hair, y'all. It's given more of like a 4A, 4B texture. If you don't really know much about like the curl and the chart and the patterns, don't worry about it, okay? If you like the way that the texture looks, go for it. It doesn't matter what your natural hair looks like. Doesn't matter your race. It doesn't matter your color. Do what makes you feel beautiful, okay? I'm here testing out different textures and patterns all the time. So I would not want you guys to judge me. I remember doing like my box braids video like way back when, and so many women were in the comments like, girl, can I do this? You know, I'm Spanish, I'm Indian, I'm Ethiopian, like all of these different things. And I'm like, girl, it's hair. Do whatever it is that you feel. It's an experiment. It's playtime. We're having a good time, okay? I'm not going to be feeling any type of way. Not at all. Do you, girl? Because sometimes I'm wearing Somalian hair and I am not Somalian. Peruvian, so on and so forth. So don't feel like you have to be like trapped in the box. This is for everyone. And it is Black owned, okay? So keep that in mind. When you guys go on the site, of course, if there are any coupon codes, extra discounts, I'll be sure to leave those down in my description box. So if there are any other brands that you guys are just like, Chrissy, you got to try this, okay? Leave it down in the comment section below so that I can just check it out. Now, here's the fun part, okay? It's time to shape this baby up. We got a lot going on. First, I was just like, okay, I know the shape cut that I want, so let's just start off with the bang. So I started long because obviously my head is not the mannequin head. I didn't want to overkill, but I did do a little turn and twist, okay, just to get everything nice and kind of like, okay, these are clearly the bangs. So when I go on to put on the wig, I was aware of that. I also trimmed up the bottom just a little bit, just in case. I tried it on and decided like, actually, I like it. So of course, I went ahead and pretty much just put the wig on. Y'all, I literally just have a regular wig cap. I definitely recommend putting on a black wig cap because if for any reason there's any areas that's peeking through, which there really should not be because the holes were so small and the knots, I don't know if you guys got a chance to really see how they look the way that it knotted up. Because the hair is kinky, curly, that texture, it knotted on itself. So it really just helped with the illusion of like a nice, thick, dense fro. Y'all know how it is, okay? Every strand is not going to be silky bone straight, even when you do your wash and goes. Usually the root area, either from heat, sweat, or just natural texture and density, typically will have a little bit more of that afro right at the root. So y'all, this is genius, okay? I love to see Black women doing what we do, okay? I've been saying... I'm like, low-key, this is hashtag Black women in STEM, because at this point, this is like a science. And I know a lot of times people underestimate hair and what goes into it, but we have allowed so many other people to take credit for things that we genuinely put our hands on and it flourishes, okay? So... okay, shout you out, girl. So this is a huge shout out to all of my innovators out there, okay? Y'all know I'm one of them. I'm always looking for something to get you up and out the door, saving you time, energy, and money. At this point, it's about to be my slogan. So far so good. I went in and just kind of started to trim up a few pieces. I wanted to really frame my face because I love to show my cheekbones. I got a lot of forehead. So lucky for me, I was able to keep at least about 6 inches of the bang. And then of course, I knew that I wanted to kind of layer it up. Now, I could have totally gone in and done like a super professional cut, but I really wanted to just kind of play with some of the placement of the curls, some of them being a little bit shorter, some being a little bit longer. I know that everybody's not going to be super experienced. So in no way, shape, or form am I telling you to pull that hair straight out and just start to yak at it. No, definitely a little bit goes a long way. So start from like the top area, try to match it up with the bangs. We're going to be going more in a diagonal motion. So to avoid like disrupting the curls and stuff, I didn't want to go in with like a razor comb or anything. I just went in strand by strand with some scissors. In some areas, I did actually pull it straight out to just create more of like a layered look. Obviously, if that is not your strong suit, I promise you, take your time, okay? Don't feel like you have to be a pro at this. The only thing that I will say is keep in mind with curly hair, if you decide that you want to pull it out and cut it, the moment that you let it go, it is going to bounce back. So I recommend going in, pulling the hair out just to make sure that the strand is completely free, it's not tangled on itself, and then allow that baby to bounce right back up. Decide exactly where you want to cut it and go from there. I knew that I wanted to sit directly like on my collarbone, my shoulders, so that it can really just provide that nice and like heart shape. That's what I was going for. So I did that completely throughout. I actually ended up using a guide. So once I got the left side of my head nice and even, pretty much around the area of like my face and my ear, I went ahead and followed that guide going towards the back. So I made sure that everything from that point was exactly at that length. So again, practice makes perfect. If you guys need help, don't be ashamed to ask, hey sis, hey bro, hey, well, I don't know if you trust a couple, I don't know, okay? I don't know who you trust in your household, within your friend group, but definitely don't be afraid to. And even if you have a stylist, like you can be like, girl, look, I don't know if you do this. Don't hesitate, okay? Sometimes you have to actually ask a stylist. Just reach out. You never know. That could be something that they could add. So you just never know until you ask. And like I said, practice makes perfect. It took me a minute to kind of like get super excited about the shape. I looked at myself, felt like it was really, really cute. And then I did something weird, flipped back the curls, started to cut a little too much. And then I was like, I don't really know about it anymore. And then I played with it some more, pulled the curls back out again, and I'm super happy with the way that it looks. So it's definitely different for me. It's giving like Joan, I don't know. Y'all tell me. Y'all have been getting so many like, Chrissy, you look just like Chrissy. Girl, I agree. Okay, I really do. Some of the people y'all have told me, I'm like, I actually do look just like her. Like, now that's my auntie. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It has definitely been a pleasure for me. I've been waiting patiently to post this because I had so many other crochet rollouts and I have even more coming to you. So I hope you guys are enjoying the new content. I know that there are so many new subscribers. Welcome. First of all, you guys have officially become a part of Sunflower family and I am happy to have you. Definitely give this video a thumbs up so we can circulate it. Don't be afraid to share it. If there's anything that you don't like, let me know that too. Hey, listen, I like to hear it all. Let me know what you feel about it. Chrissy, you could have changed this. Actually, I think you should have cut a little bit more here. Y'all, it's just hair. So anytime y'all give me feedback, I'm always welcoming that just because it gives me inspiration for like, what's next, okay? Y'all, we here for a long time and I'm here to help and serve you. So again, let me be your muse. I love y'all so much. Y'all, of course, all the details to the hair in very specific detail will be listed down in my description box below. So I'm also gonna pin it to the comment section just in case, okay? We know how it can be. So I know that you guys are gonna ask me, Chrissy, how long is it gonna last? Can I straighten it? No, girl, don't straighten it. Yes, you can wash it. Yes, you can let it air dry. When it's time to take it off, girl, literally set it aside. It should last as long as you let it, because this is not something you have to sleep on, anything like that. It's not frizzy now. It shouldn't be frizzy tomorrow. It shouldn't be frizzy the day after that. I'm literally gonna say, I mean, I've had wigs for years at this point, so this is just another wig, baby. Pop that baby off, put it aside, and you live to see another day. Bye, y'all.